Oh, what is going on here? Oh, this is warm. Touch it. Shh.
Bloody nice.
Nice.
That is still cooking away. Look at that. Get one as well.
Okay. This is salad with truffle sauce.
Ooh.
Not too much salad because I can tell.
Oh yeah.
You don't need too much salad, right?
Mm.
But that truffle salad. I'm not putting too much salad because I just didn't feel like
What's truffle in the sauce?
peppercorn sauce.
Yeah. And the truffles where?
And the
On the
truffle
salad.
It's a very acquired taste, so it didn't do too much either.
We love truffle.
And if you like it medium rare, take that rocker, take it off, and cut a piece at a time.
Can I?
Okay, you say like this.
Yes, and take
There we
it
go.
these and just cut it on. Put
That's
it on
done.
for a little bit more warmth.
And that's done.
If you eat it well done, you're
That
wasting
is
your money.
done.
Maybe tell me what to do with the side of it.
So with the side plate, yeah, exactly. So
I'm using the side plate.
exactly. Take this off too. If you like yours, well, this is 450 degrees.
So kind of
So take it off and put a piece on as you want to warm it up. That's it.
Mmm.
Do not
That's
spoil
delicious.
it. Well done. Do not spoil it. It's a beautiful piece of fillet.
Now, how is that beef? This is fillet.
But I'm starving. I'm sat here watching you eating fillet.
This is lion meat.
This is the most beautiful piece of British.
You got Sir
halal.
Lion on the menu. I want to see some lion meat.
I've got some lion if you want it.
Lion meat.
What's spelled it wrong?
The lion. Yeah, they did spell it wrong. Not gonna lie.
Bastards.
Bastards.
This is delicious.
It is delicious.
Very nice.
But it's up to you how you cook this.
The thing is, these days you can't get too uppity.
I
You
love
just
the
got
sauce.
to.
Exactly.
Sauce is lovely. Nice bit of chips as well.
Yeah.
They never get
It's like
that
a-
back.
It's like a Korean barbecue. Just do your own thing.
I think my guest from today doesn't need any introduction. Today I have with me the Yorkshire Indian.
Hello, Buster. How are you?
I'm fine.
Thank you very much for calling me.
Look, it's first time when I'm in the pub. Really. It's the first time when I'm in the pub. And I'm glad that I'm with you.
It's the first time you've been to a pub.
Yeah, here in UK, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How long you been here?
10 years.
And you never been to a pub?
Yeah.
Why do you come here then?
I didn't come for the for the
People
pub.
come for pubs. That's what it's all about. Pub.
Yeah.
It's the pub life.
Yeah,
Have to try
I
it.
didn't come from that. I come from 10,000 pounds. But
But officially, you're not in a pub. You're in like the restaurant part, you know?
yes,
Swanky restaurant, dining, fine dining, bit of steak. Very nice.
Steakhouse.
Ooh, steakhouse. Yeah,
Steakhouse.
yeah. It's the important thing. What I need to say. We are in the
Birdwell, advance.
well, yeah. How is spelled?
B-I-R-D.
Yeah,
W-E.
yeah. Because I found it very funny in my English. It's Birdwell, and apparently it's spelled different.
No, it's spelled
No,
correctly.
it's
It's just
but-
pronounced.
Yeah, pronounced. Yeah, I need to learn how to spell the cities and the towns because apparently.
It doesn't matter. No, people been living there all their lives. They can't fucking spell it. It doesn't make difference. As long as
Yes.
you can pronounce it, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but some people they are give me some hard times because I don't know how to pronounce proper the.
Hard times, take a slice out of my life. Then you'll see hard times. You not had one day fucking hard time, man.
Okay. What is this?
This is a classic British prawn cocktail.
Oh, look at
I'm
this.
gonna leave you alone.
What is this,
Shut the door,
prawns? Mm.
I never had something like this.
So have a look at this. Nice prawns. These are big. Usually you get like tiny, tiny little prawns. These look very big. Enjoying yours? This is like a homemade sauce.
I like the sauce and the prawns.
Nice bit of smoke in now. Put some nice smoky paprika. You smell? Can you taste that?
No,
You can't?
I love it.
That is lovely. Very nice. The side number of the pan. I want to keep eating that.
Nice cocktail.
That's nice. Good prawns. Okay. So,
I will ask the first question.
Oh.
For anyone who doesn't know you yet, how will you describe who you are and what you do?
oh, very good question. Very good question. Who am I? I am the Yorkshire Indian. I was born in a leader. You know, you say you can't pronounce
A Lidl.
certain places.
Is that a
obviously,
supermarket?
my Yorkshire is very pure, very, very difficult for some people, especially like foreign people like yourself, to understand. But I come from a city called Leader. It's the capital city of the north of England. Forget Manchester. This Leader is the main city. And I'm born and bred there. And what I do is I am basically Yorkshire Indian. Originally, what I did was take Yorkshire provincial foods, farm foods, local produce, and turn them into Indian dishes. So that's where the Yorkshire
Okay.
Indian comes from. But afterwards,
It's more like a fusion.
like a fusion, but promoting Yorkshire local produce. But what it turned out to be later on, I realized, well, actually, I am from Yorkshire, and I'm also originally from India. So I am Yorkshire Indian. So that's why I'm the Yorkshire Indian.
The funny thing on my Romanian project, I'm a Transylvanian man in Yorkshire.
You're a Transylvanian, Yorkshire Transylvanian?
Yeah,
Very nice. Pleased
So-
to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Okay.
It's more like
I've never been to Australia.
I'm not from Australia.
You said.
Transylvania.
Oh,
Where,
Okay.
where it's
Okay.
Dracula.
oh, I know. Oh, Canada. Canada.
No, Dracula.
Oh,
The
I said
vampire.
Vancouver. Sorry. Okay, I got you. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry. My English not very good. Only my sixth language. But I born in
This is language.
six languages.
Oh,
Very good.
what there are other 5?
But there's 5. Hindi, Urdu, Punjabi, Gujarati, little bit of Multani, which is basically like a dialect of Urdu and Punjabi.
Yorkshire.
And obviously Yorkshire is probably my sixth, and then obviously then English.
So,
I'm not very good with English, but Yorkshire, as you can tell,
so you
very
can
clear.
add the 7th, because basically you told me some words and it sounds like a Romani
Oh,
language.
the drink. The drink is. How do you pronounce this drink?
In Romani, it's prala.
Pra.
What do you say, prala?
In Punjabi, we say "Uprava," and that means "Oh brother."
Yeah, yeah.
That means "Prava."
That
But we
that's-
don't pronounce the V, no?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
I think maybe in Romani it's the same praha, but just because I don't know the language properly, but it sounds similar.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good to know.
Yeah.
Let me keep drinking. Cheers anyway.
Yeah, cheers.
Nice to meet you. First
Nice to
time in
meet you.
bloody pub.
Yeah.
First time my in pub.
And I think today is November. It's first time when I have 2 beers in the same day.
Oh dear. This is going well.
You get the
This,
cock in.
this is going well.
You get the cock in after 2 beers. Cock in after 2 beers.
Okay.
Alright? We'll do
I
it.
usually get
Alright.
cocaine after 3 beers, but it doesn't make a difference. Makes no difference.
I wrote a question here. What brought you to Yorkshire?
What brought me to Yorkshire? I born and bred Yorkshire. Must have been my father and my mother. Obviously, my father first came to London's maybe I think Slough, and but then he got a job in Yorkshire because obviously he was like a specialist in metals. He was a metallurgist, and he landed a nice job in Leeds, and this is where he came to Leeds, and obviously I was born in Leeds. So not really my choice, but if I did have a choice, I would pick Yorkshire a million times over.
Why?
Because it's the best place in the world. It's God's own country, and it's the most beautiful place literally on the planet, and I've been to a lot of places. You can't beat Yorkshire.
True. Now I live in Barnsley, and
That's Yorkshire.
yeah, usually I'm going down to the south, and everyone asks me from where I come, and say from Barnsley. And you come from Barnsley? Say, what's wrong with that?
I don't know, maybe because you don't have Yorkshire accent like me. So I don't know, maybe. Who knows?
100%. I think that's.
I mean, people look at me, they look at maybe he's definitely from Yorkshire, but don't know really where. So I say Leader, and then they go, oh yeah, Leeds. I got it.
Usually they ask me if I'm a German.
German? You don't sound German. They've never been to Germany.
I know.
I've been to Germany.
I mean, maybe I flight over Germany, but that's it.
I've been to Germany. You don't sound German.
That's fine. I want to ask you about struggles. What struggles you had? What was the?
Our pocket's struggling now.
Yeah. What was the?
Good. Sorry about that.
What was one of the hardest challenge you faced on your journey as Yorkshire Indian?
As Yorkshire Indian, well, not really that many, but main thing was consistency. Basically, I started during COVID times, lockdown free. Boris and the rest of them announced another lockdown free. I think 6th or 7th of January 2021. And obviously, that's when I started the Yorkshire Indian, because I was a little bit down, and I realized a lot of people might be down as well. So I need to cheer myself up and other people and make a few people smile. But then what happened is when things got back to normal, life gets in the way. So obviously this like online thing was just like a hobby at the time, and I had to go back to work and obviously earn money and pay bills and look after my children, etc. So that's probably the big challenge. The challenge is if I carried on all the way through, then maybe I would have a lot more followers, a lot more traction, etc. But I had to stop and start, and now I'm here to give it a final push to see if I can grow a little bit more.
But how do you feel it's right now?
How do I feel? Still, I have like a little bit of, thoughts of impostor syndrome. I am just, Yorkshire Indian, little Yorkshire Indian from Leeds. And I get recognized a lot, and I just think, oh, no, it's not real. And then obviously I get lots of traction online. I was in the papers, I'm getting sponsorship deals. So it's difficult to take in, but this is what I'm now pushing towards, trying to grow and trying to help as many people. And obviously, at the same time, see if I can make a living out of it as well. At the moment, not really, but I'm trying.
You told me you've been growing up here in Yorkshire. How was the experience of adapting to the life and the culture of Yorkshire?
Well, there was no such thing as adapting because I was born here. So there was nothing really to adapt to. There was no other life I knew. Only living in Leeds. That's the only life I know. Obviously, yes, we're from Indian origin family, so we have an Indian cultural background. But luckily, I had siblings. They were a little bit older than me, and everybody spoke English. Obviously, my mom and dad spoke English as well. But in the house, they would mainly speak like either Hindi or Punjabi. So then you become a little bit bilingual. But the culture-wise, not really a problem. Only like there was no clash. There was more of a blend. Like, this is my Yorkshire life, this is my Indian life. For example, weddings, religious ceremonies, going to the Hindu temple, going to the Sikh Gurdwara. These were the only things that were a little bit different. But I was just as happy going to church. And I was used to sing hymns at school. I was in the choir. And I was picked for most of the nativity plays. So
Awesome.
There was no issue. Prince Charming in the primary school and certain other nativity plays. But no problem. No problem.
No, nice.
I had a fairly good singing voice at school, but
So-
I don't know what happened to it.
I don't know. Maybe you didn't practice that.
Yeah, maybe practice. Yeah, good for
I'm just curious about the difference of cuisine, like how is the British food and how it's in the Indian.
Well, there was no issues with the food. I mean, the only kind of introduction, because don't forget, this was 70s. There was bakeries. There was no takeaways or anything like that. Fish and chips, which are very, very popular in our house. Fish and chips. We used to go to the bakery at the bottom of the street, Marjorie Russell's, amazing bakery. And at home we would have Indian food, and then sometimes we'd have English food, meaning an English classical dish. So never really an issue. Now obviously if you roll into today, you can buy any cuisine you want, but
True.
those days you couldn't. And then obviously school had a big impact because school was all English dinners. So I used to, this is what really introduced me to a lot of the dishes, was school. And now it's you can't get the same dishes, and it has to be this preference and that preference, and it's not the same. I used to love my desserts at school. I used to go for seconds just on the desserts. Everybody used to queue up for seconds for the main course and food, but I used to queue up for the desserts. Nice, very nice.
I have this section in the podcast where I ask about the skills what you learn in your lifetime. Like what skills what you learn help you to become what you are today.
Skills, I don't know. Skills. I get pretty skillful on a lot of things, but I don't necessarily master it. I get to a certain level, competent level, and I'm okay. But certain things do come natural. For example, cooking and getting it right. Obviously trial and error. I have made lots of mistakes. But it's one of those where I'm a big believer in some people out there, especially good chefs, cooks, etc., mothers, fathers, you name them. They have that certain touch. Maybe people in their family will know, maybe you will know somebody who just has that touch. Doesn't matter what they do, they have that touch. And I never believed I was one of those, but I'm starting to kind of believe the hype where if I'm making for 2 people or 5 people or 10 people or 100 people, I just seem to get it right. So on my videos, I say I'm just lucky bastard. But, I just make a joke out of it. I'm lucky it worked. But it takes a certain level of experience and trial and error to get to that stage. I don't know how many curries I've made to date, but it's just one of those things.
That's quite interesting because I think I never tried a proper curry.
Yeah, well, you never been to a pub, you never tried a curry.
Yeah,
What are you doing here? You need to fuck off.
Yeah, I'm here for
need to go
English
back.
breakfast.
You need to go back.
I'm here.
I'm with all the racists now. Go back. Go on, fuck off.
Yeah, I must try. I'm not sure if it's going to if I like it or not, but I must try.
I would have brought you curry if I'd known. I
Yeah,
thought you were an accomplished guy living in Barnsley, 10 years, never been to a pub, never had a curry.
Yeah.
If you were born in Barnsley, they would disown you. That's for sure.
Yeah, true.
They would say things like, he's not one of us, get rid of him.
How do you stay motivated and focused with such a busy life? Because I saw you everywhere. Events.
I'm just normal person. So obviously any trials and tribulations and any stresses and any issues, I face all those just like anybody else who has a big smile on their face. I'm the same as everybody else. It's how you cope with all those issues. I think the big thing for me is, well, what I used to do a lot of running, like trail running, fell running. And that used to help me, like my mind, keep it all stable. Now it's just like gym. Go to the gym, relax, and then I do some meditation. Meditation really kind of helps me, like breathing. Not necessarily spiritual meditation, non-spiritual, but meditation does help me, and it helps me cope with a lot of the shit out there, and keeps me going. But motivation is now this year has been, can I do this? That's been the motivation. Can I do this? Can I step? You know, who's going to help me the next? Then you look and look and look and say, nobody's going to help you. You have to do it yourself. So I have to just keep going and see what happens. Who knows?
I'm going to tell something from my experience now. Until July, I work in a warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing some social media managing. I had some clients and I was doing content for them. And I said, oh, I can have 2 more and I can quit my job. And I was so hype about everything what was happening. I said, oh, it's my time. I'm not going to work. I quit, and instead to get those 2 more clients, those 2 clients dropped. And I will start panicking.
So you lost clients?
Yeah. But when a door shuts, another one opens, it just turned great. And now I'm making a living with this, what I'm doing. It's not a lot, but
That's really good.
yeah,
Very good.
I'm experiencing things, and this is, I think, it's most about taking action.
I'm glad you said that. Where's my check, bastard?
Yeah. We'll talk in the end.
No problem. Giggling Rachel back in the house. Come on, Rachel, sit and do my podcast. I go to gym.
You got to gym. I've seen the picture.
How did you find them prawns in that prawn cocktail?
Really nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice prawns, yeah?
Very nice, smoky, little bit of a paprika.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he couldn't get that paprika.
Lemon juice.
Smoky paprika.
That's right.
Pepper, salt.
So the prawns are actually from Indonesia.
Mm.
Really
They're
good
nice,
prawns.
really nice. I love the paprika, the smokiness. Very nice.
You two are going to have a really nice experience
You're
with
going to
this.
enjoy this fillet. I
What's
promise.
going to come out to you and that? What's going to come out?
How did you sharp your cooking skills?
Sharpen or sharp?
Sharp.
Sharp? How did you sharp?
Yeah.
How did my just practice and cock up. I know we're in the cock in. Mess up, and you'll know. It's just muscle memory. You'll know where you went wrong. So, for example, when I give people recipes online, I say to them, look, try the recipe once. Okay? Try it once. A lot of people will like it. Not everyone's gonna like it. Oh, it's too much spice. Not enough spice. I don't like coriander. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like chicken. I'm a vegetarian. Use the recipe once. Obviously, if you're vegetarian, you're not going to make chicken. But use the recipe once, and then you own the recipe. I'm giving you for free. You use it. You own it. It's yours now. Then you can add your little bits and pieces, whatever you've got. Put your stamp on it. Might not work second time, third time, fourth time. I've made dishes where it didn't work. And I've tried this, tried that, made it work.
That's good. I
Some
think
of my best dishes that I've made is I've not deconstructed, reconstructed, but from memory. So, for example, I didn't learn every dish, as many as I wanted from my mom, but I had my favorite dishes. And so what I used to do is from memory, and because when I grew my experience in spices and cooking and tastes, then I used to imagine and remember my mom's, and I tried to reconstruct, and I really messed up so many times. That's not my mom's dish. That's not my mom's. Then I did one day. I made the same dish, and I think I tried like 8-9 times, and I made it once, and I nearly started crying because it was just like my mom had made it, and I was like crying because emotion, memory, and also I was very proud that I got close to my mom's cooking. It was a very emotional time.
yeah, it's like 1 month ago I received a bottle of wine and I try it. I remember how my father was making the wine because it was the same taste. And I said, oh, this is great because I love that. Because it didn't feel like it's something added to the wine.
It's a bit like a Proust mandolin moment,
Yeah. And I was, wow, this is the best wine what I receive. My father used to have a small vineyard, which make like few liters of wine. Just enough for him for the entire winter. Until Easter time. Because that's the tradition.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. But yes, I mean, tastes, drinks, food, smells can bring memories back,
Yes, I think I have a condition. I call it a condition because sometimes, like in random moments, I remember taste or smells. I'm not eating that thing, but I remember. It's like I feel it.
Yeah.
And first strange how you can remember taste, and I don't remember things, but I remember the taste, and I think
this is a part of your senses, So
Yes.
you will. All the senses you have, it's part of your senses.
yeah, and I think that's why I call this podcast the Quite Peckish Podcast is because
I'm glad you can say peckish well.
yeah, it's well.
You can pronounce peckish.
Okay.
Because I was a bit upset.
Why?
Concerned that you won't pronounce it right.
All right, it's fun because a lot of people ask me, what? Even the Armenians, what is peckish? And I need to explain them because they don't know.
The more you say it, and the more I'm getting concerned now. But never mind. Let's move on.
I will learn in the end. What mindset or beliefs has guided you through your journey as Yorkshire Indian?
Mindset, beliefs. I mean, obviously, I've had the upbringing that I've had, but really, I mean, when it comes to the Yorkshire Indian, it's all about Yorkshire. I really promote Yorkshire more than the Indian side of things. But obviously, we have to cherish the fact that I am Indian origin. I have learned a lot of things about India, but not just India. Other countries as well. So it's nice to highlight both. Because I am the fusion that people expect, although I didn't just like pop up. I was born here and fused my Yorkshire upbringing with my Indian and made it work for me. And so I use that in everything in my life, but I enjoy and do anything that your average Yorkshire man or Yorkshire woman would enjoy.
No.
And that's how I live. That's how I live. That's how my wife lives. That's how my kids live. We're not determined by Indians only do this or Indians only do that. We just do our own thing.
So, what do you believe it's best? English breakfast or Sunday dinner?
English breakfast or Sunday dinner, which is best? Sunday dinners all day long. If you give me Sunday dinner, I'll be gigantic. But Sunday dinner, Yorkshire pudding, gravy, all the mashings. I do love an English breakfast, but Sunday dinner, if there was a choice, I'd take the Sunday dinner all day long.
At the moment, I'm on English breakfast. I don't know why, but I love English breakfast.
I love English breakfast. I make English breakfast. But Sunday dinner, choices.
Yes,
You ask me, choice.
Yeah. Is there a value from Indian culture that you still carry with you every day?
A value?
Yeah.
Many values. I mean, obviously, like I said, it's a fusion. So it's not about picking and choosing. It's about fusing the values, like from school, from teachers, things from the Bible, for example. I'm not a religious person, but you got to understand, when I was at school, the Bible was the forefront of everything. Singing hymns in the morning, going to church, etc. It was a big thing. No complaints from my family, no complaints from my mom and dad. He's going to school, let him enjoy. And then obviously at the same time, I might be going to the Hindu temple. So you have to learn how to pray, what you're doing while you're praying, etc. And then you go to the Gurdwara, Matha Tek, how to sit down spiritually. So you learn all these different religions, all these different cultures. And then, my parents always told me, my father always taught me, there is no, I used to ask him when I was a little bit older, like, what's going on with this religion, that religion? And he said, son, all religions, they're all basically the same. He goes, there's one God, people have different ways of believing in God, simple as. And that's how he explained it, not a scientific explanation, but he was an actual scholar. He was like a religious guy. He knew Sanskrit, knew the scriptures. He was actually officially a Pandit as well. If he wanted to be a priest, he could have been a priest. But he's obviously describing it to a young child. So keeping it nice and simple and work well.
Are you still going to church?
Do I still
Or
go to
temple?
church? I don't go to church. I'd love to go to a church. I go to, obviously I was member of English Heritage and National Trust. So when I go to places in the middle of nowhere, I always pop in to a church. And I just love it. I love it. But at the same time, if I'm in the middle of nowhere and I see a Gurdwara, I will go to the Gurdwara for Matha Tek and just sit down in solitude and do some meditation and some spiritual reflection. It's nice. Same time, if I go to a Hindu temple, I'll probably do the same. But obviously when I go around, there's not many Hindu temples that are open during the day if I'm there. Gurdwaras are, and temples are, churches are. So it's nice.
Last time I've been to a church in Leeds. It's basically a Romanian church. Even I took an interview to a priest, which he comes specially there, and I help him to raise some money for some kids, because he's taking care of 10,000 kids in Romania.
Oh, that's nice.
He wanted to bring them to the seaside. And I think I raised up like £1,000 because I had the Viking look before the challenge, because I said, if I raise that money, I will cut my hair, and I went bald. And now we grow back, but...
Well, there's about 250,000 pocket migrants trying to get to the seaside.
Yeah.
So they need to join the pocket queue, man.
Yeah.
But it's nice to look after kids. Very
Yes.
nice. Noble thing.
The thing is, now I want to do another challenge. I want to swim in January. I can't swim, but I want to go in the North Sea in January.
You can't swim and you want to go to the North Sea in January.
Just to get in the water, in the cold water.
What, just like a dip? You mean like a dip?
Yeah.
Or paddle or swim?
No, just to get in the water because it's going to be freezing.
It won't last long.
Yeah, it's going to be the challenge.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah. I'm going to prepare myself
It's
until
like
then.
eating korma all your life and then having a tindaloo.
What is
You know, tindaloo, very, very hot dish.
Okay.
And it's like having korma is very mild dish, and then jumping in and said, I want tindaloo. And you're like, bah! You go into shock.
Yeah, I saw you eating chips, spicy chips.
Spicy chips. I like
Yeah.
spicy chips.
Yeah, I saw. I think.
I try not to eat chips though.
Okay.
Very fattening. Look at my fucking body, man.
Very, very nice.
Very nice. Wow. Thank you. Don't look at my nipples, bastard.
What advice? I will ask again. What advice would you give to someone who looks up to you and wants to follow you in a similar
Looks
path?
up to me or looks
Yeah.
after me? Looks up to me.
Up to you.
What advice would I give to somebody who looks up to me that wants to follow my footsteps?
Yeah.
Fuck off. What? What did I say? What the? Where's he going?
He's gone from 5'4" to 4 foot nothing.
Okay.
5'4" to 4 foot nothing.
Everybody all right? Everybody okay?
Okay.
I've just choked on my jack. Alright.
Simple advice. I only offer
It's very
simple advice.
Oh dear.
Keep it simple, sweet,
You're
nice.
telling me to shut up.
Sorry, are we asking the question? Are we starting?
Yeah.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Let's fuck and go.
Tea or chai?
Excuse me?
Tea or chai?
Tea or chai? Both same thing.
Yeah. You know why I'm asking? In Romania, we call it chai.
Chai?
not tea, yeah.
Which is the correct term, but in English we say tea.
Yeah.
So when people try to jazz it up and say, oh, it's actually called chai, shut the fuck up. It's tea is one word. Chai is another word in a different language. Both mean the same thing.
Yes.
Like people are asking for chai tea now. People asking for chai latte and you know, like you can say tea. It's not really a problem. But these people that try to speak in English and try to bring or translate or pronounce a certain word in the native way from Romania, or give me a word for, well, you said chai. What is actually Romanian for tea?
Chai.
I told you originate from India. You're Romanian. You fucking
Yeah,
Indian,
quite
aren't you?
possibly. It's more close
Everybody
than.
fucking Indian. The Vikings were fucking Indian. They're all Indian. Probably. But tea, chai, same thing.
Yeah. Which one have the best food, Yorkshire or India?
But at the moment, Yorkshire has the best food because Yorkshire is a melting pot. It has a diverse reach of people like from Romania
Yeah.
or from whatever, and then you have all these different cuisines. India is a big melting pot as well, also, but promotes really foods that are provincial and border, like for example, Indo-Chinese dishes.
Okay.
Indo-Mongolian dishes, etc. There's a big hodgepodge there. And India now, since it's been a like open market, you can get anything. You get McDonald's, you get Burger King, get anything you want. So, and they're looking for fish and chips, the whole thing. You get a lot. But traditionally, it's more like Indian and border like. But in Yorkshire, you get anything you want. So Yorkshire probably the best place to be. And we have Yorkshire puddings.
Yeah.
India doesn't.
We have like a fry bread, which can be, we call it pie, plăcintă, and langos in Hungarian. It's one in Doncaster.
Yeah.
Very good.
Well, you know the traditional batter for
Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding. You can make pancakes.
Yeah.
From
True,
the same
true,
batter.
true.
So
So,
It's a mop up, like a number.
yeah. If Yorkshire had the spice level, what will it be?
Foul.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spicy bastard, really hot.
Bastard.
Best place ever.
We
Melting
invented
pot.
it.
Okay.
Best place to visit. If anybody listening anywhere around the world, come to Yorkshire.
Yes.
Yorkshire. To Yorkshire.
The Yorkshire. Good question. One rule everyone should know when they are living in Yorkshire.
Well, the beautiful thing about Yorkshire, we don't really have any rules. But if you're coming to Yorkshire, make sure we have this thing that we like to do is eye contact, mornings, say good morning, nice greeting, smile if you can, but at least say good morning. And if
Yeah.
somebody says good morning to you, say
Even
good
short morning.
back.
Morning.
Morning back.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to saying morning, morning, morning. Occasionally, because when I used to go running, I'd go running for hours, and you don't really keep an eye on the time, and you come back and it's like
That's a
12:15. And if you say morning to somebody, don't be a bastard and say, well, it's afternoon. Just say morning. It's simple.
Yeah.